Welcome to Thornybush and welcome to Wilder Live Drive this morning. My name is Mark. Pardon? David saying good morning. David on camera and Aaron in FC. It's just the three of us, so it's always going to be me here. It's going to vary between David and Aaron, who's on FC and who's on camera, on and in. We left quite early. We left about 15 minutes ago, just to get through this one river crossing that we don't have signal in, so that we could start right here, which we did. And so we're heading west, straight from camp. We're not doing the baboon den today. Those leopard are there. In fact, not if they're there, those leopard are there. But if they haven't shown themselves in the last couple of days, in the southwestern corner. A bit chilly, with some really mist lying in the low air. Eyes are watering, my nose is watering. Oh, that door again. All of a sudden things just... Okay, once you hit the top of this hill, I'll try and sort it out. Drive me mad. Probably drive you mad as well. Rattling. And the squeak. Front shaft. First, we're going to have a look south down the cut line. Where the bus came this way. To the mist. Things looking nice. Nothing down there. And Buffalo tractor. A little bit dark, I think. We're going to start by heading up Shipene. Line has moved. Hello, wildebeest. And what we'll do is we'll stop and see if we can get to see him here. It's going to be awkward maybe with the angle. He's behind the tree. Not very many typical morning chorus, morning bird song. Oh, can hardly see anything. Stood up. Well, the cloud's very high. What we call a high ceiling. Anti-poaching patrol. It's a cold night out. There are a couple of little towers around where they sleep at night. There's a giraffe. Another giraffe. We'll get to see. Well, there's our half melanistic giraffe. I haven't seen him for a little bit. And the big daddy behind him. Wow, that's big one. At least 4 giraffes here. You can only see one really. Face of another one. Oh, cool. Southeaster coming south for the Black Dam Pride. Let's go. A little further. Southeaster. It means that the Pride line could be somewhere in our territory today. Could be. Still up north near the airstrip. thicket. Chaluti Malawan going east, which means that they've probably gone back down towards Baker Road, Mangwa. Chaluti Malawan going east. Oh well, so the day I want to come and look for them in the west, that's the day they go east. Well, that's fine. We will go and we'll try and fetch them. We're going to try and find them. It means I can stop looking for their tracks here. Where the buffalo goes through. Holy cow. Turning this time of the day in this cloud. What happens is that aeroplane slides the mountain. Looks like it's king air. Maybe going up to Phalaborwa. So the week is underway. Hope you all had a good Monday. Set the tone for the week. Excuse me, little dove. Doesn't seem to be. Oh wow, look at that. Oh wow. We can find there's a tractor coming, it's going to disturb us. Let's get towards the dam. Might be a nice shot of a dead tree. Thing is, we've never been able to be up here this early. Not since we came up this way looking for the lion on the kill, which is just behind us. Arrived here in the dark, Becky and I, find that the wildebeest was completely finished. And heading down towards Alberta. I had that feeling it would happen one of these right times out west. Pardon?
Inside now.
Yeah. We need to cover. Haven't heard from any of our viewers today. Is the rest of the planet still there? Is there anybody out there? The Black Dam Pride haven't come further south from the airstrip, where an airplane has just landed unexpectedly. Normally the guys give a warning to stay clear of the airstrip. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of vehicles are near the airstrip. They're not a bunch, 2 vehicles near the airstrip looking for lion tracks. Might be the only bit of sun we see for a while. Just before it's already gone behind the clouds. I think that's my best bet this morning. Oh, look at this kudu bull. Yo, he's magnificent. I hope he's going to stay there. He's one of the biggest kudus I've seen in a long time. I hope he stays there. Gone behind the bush. There's some females here as well. Most likely one of them in estrus. This is why he's hanging around. He's going to walk through the back. I don't know, we must get to see him. I don't know if you'll get that through the trees. Yo, that is a kudu bull of note. Sadly, we can't see him now. Quite deep in. Pity. Real pity. Debbie just wanting to thank everyone in chat for sending prayers for her sick four-legged child who's gotten better now from all the prayers. morning to Deborah in Michigan. So it's sunrise. Morning, Deborah. Thanks for your email. Deborah in Michigan. Morning, Mark here. Okay, I'm heading up. Okay, yeah, no, I saw vehicle, that's why I said west. Morning, Kevin in Boston. Am I wearing shoes today? Only in the cold mornings. I guess you could call them shoes. But yes, I have to keep my feet warm. So yes, since I'm not on the ground and I'm not needing to put rubber tires between me and the planet anyway, I figured I'd rather keep my feet warm. Oh yes, I've got things that resemble shoes on my feet. Not exactly type of footwear I would wear in public. I keep my feet warm for the drive. Since I'm not planning on getting out, it shouldn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Those guys are tracking leopard on Nanzan and Central Road. First place I would come with young one there, because that's where the leopard comes. Oh, kind of cat, yeah. Those kind of big tawny cat, those kind of small spotted cat. Yo. Okay. Okay. Morning, Amanda. In Alabama. Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. I'm coming home to you. Leonard Skillet. Must be a Leonard Skinner fan. Gotta love Leonard. So, wanting me to repeat what I was saying about that incident when Laura and not Laura. Laura was never on camera. Laura wrapped the Land Rover around a tree in February. Tara and I were out on a drive. Tara was on cam, I think. And we had a flat. It was one of those times when we were in the Gunda and we were getting a flat every single drive. The tires were in great shape. And well, I put the wheel back on and we lost the wheel nut. I mean, it's not a famous story, it's not an exciting story, there's nothing to it. Of the 5 wheel nuts, we could only find 4 at the end of putting the tyre back on, and I looked around and looked in the sand and couldn't find it. And anyways, yesterday I found a wheel nut in the sand. Obviously it can't be the same one, it's a different game reserve. And I just made a joke saying, here's our lost wheel nut from when we lost it at Juma in 2011, 2 years ago. So it wasn't really that much of an interesting story. Oh boy, Langwan Dam. Why aren't there any lions here? They're supposed to be. Yeah, boy. Please repeat the name. Zachary. Oh, this is a new name. Morning, Zachary. I'll call you Zach, if I may. What is the most common bird and animal that we see? Well, it's common birds, common animals, I think, is debatable. I don't know where crocodile is. Common animal, I'd say maybe the common duiker. We maybe see more than impala, but we can see them running away a lot. Or impala. Common bird, probably the emerald spotted wood dove or the fork-tailed drongo. That's vie for top bird spot. See, my glasses are dirty, no wonder. Still looks misty. Brad, come in. Morning, bud. Where did you leave that mkonzo for those 2 madorangara? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I came up Spearnear, did Spoko and Wexville, nothing there. I'll go back that way though. Now where that quarry is. Okay, copy, thanks. Funny, the tracks were close to Wexville Dam. I think we ought to head back that way. Lovely sky. Morning, Heather. Nice to hear from you, Heather, in Alaska. Kindred spirit, kindred soul. Heather wanting to know there was a halo on the sun that they saw earlier. I think might have been sort of condensation on the lens, Heather. I hope it created a nice effect for you. Back to Phillips Malawan Cutline, I guess. Maybe take that tree stump gets me every time. Let's forget about it. We'll take Cheshire South. Marina tracks. The only thing we've got really is to go and find tracks for those two males. Morning, Vivian. Glad to know you're with us this morning. Vivian in Chicago, Illinois. Off Lake Michigan. Home to Field Museum. I went to the Field Museum. We take Cheshire North just for the sake of it rather than Cheshire South. It's not a great road. I think there are a few places where we get caught with the antenna on this road. Not much of a road. Yeah, this is a nightmare. Maybe we could just pass. Nobody's driven here for weeks. And who's that from, Aaron? Nicole. Oh, Nicole in Germany. Guten Morgen. How are you, Nicole? Saying she heard me say something about forming a new pride a couple of days ago. Nicole saying she thought that prides were just always taken over by other males. I might have chosen my words wrong. What they are is they're forming a coalition, these two males. Whether they form a new, well, there's not really place to form a new pride, but what they can do is form a coalition. Excuse me. Sorry, Nicole, just listening to the radio. It's always interrupting. I have to, unfortunately. I know, guys get a bit upset with me because when I don't listen to the radio and then I drive into areas where they're tracking, and theoretically not really when they say they're keeping them cats in the area, and I always stumble into it. But what they don't understand is I've got such a small area to drive. I have no choice but to go where I am, because it's not like I've got the whole of Thornybush to play in. They have. They can go and look for cats up north somewhere. All that trouble setting on the work. Somebody's not doing their job. Probably burning the cloud open a bit. Line have been up and down both ways. They didn't go down that road we just been on, but they were around here somewhere. There's been two vehicles on top of it. Great, fine. Most of these trucks are going back west now. Aaron, come in. Sorry. Okay, so was it locked or unlocked when we were with that gospel? Gone. Well, the track's heading back west. I'll press this one. Try and turn around. So Nicole was casting, and then we lost signal and all, about a new pride being formed. Well, it's really just the two males that are forming a coalition, but the problem is they can't really take over the Black Dam Pride because he's from the Black Dam Pride. The mother will really like that very much. Voice I don't know, it's really confusing. Now the tracks heading west, east, that's east. So it could be that they hang on a sec, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on tracks and things. Over here, these cats recently, this morning. But definitely heading back west. Oh, I need to turn around. Maybe they can form a new pride here. I don't know where they'll get any members for their pride. I don't know where they'll get any lions for their take over a pride somewhere. Let's go to the other side of Southeastern. They seem to have walked. Sunshine there. We've just driven past them, these cats. They went off somewhere. Okay. We'll go to the dam and have a look. That's great, but there are no tracks either way here. Oh, wait, there. That's where they headed east. But their western trajectory has east. We've driven past them. Okay, we'll check at the next. We're going to come back on this road. We'll have to look very carefully where they left the road. So there's a cut through there. So they could have come through back here, top of our track. So we'll drive down Spoko a little bit, and we're going to go back to the cut line. One by one. Story from Big Shotty. Take me to the lion from Big. Flying ahead of me and alarming. Crombeck's little bird with almost no tail. Little Crombeck. Okay, I don't think there's much happening on this road. We've been this road already. And lion, we're still moving around a little while ago. Sorry, Aaron, go ahead. That last one, I must just... Jack from Canada, what is my favorite part of doing these drives? Oh. Well, there are a few things, Jack. I wonder. This must be an old... Look around there, stop and listen. Finding animals, coming around a bend and seeing something in the road, like a lion or a leopard or an elephant. Favorite part of doing these drives is sitting with animals, which is something we haven't really done for some. Well, we've been with giraffe and zebra and wildebeest and kudu, impala and warthog and birds and things, but they like the B-list actors compared to the A-list actors. Sitting amongst elephants is my favorite, I suppose you could say. It can be exciting. This is unfortunately not a place to be able to view cats being excited. I wonder if these guys ever do see a kill or anything. You see it afterwards, but it's being able to have the terrain and the availability of these animals that you can actually watch them hunting. Sabi sand is good for that. East Africa is good for that. I can't imagine this particular terrain. Well, not that I can't imagine, it's physically impossible. If cats here and they go hunting, you're going to lose them in 2 minutes. So that's part of hunting with the cats. Not possible here, unless they catch something in the road in front of us. But yes, perhaps the most exciting, just sitting amongst elephants. You see elephants and doing things all the time. The other exciting thing, or rather the other enjoyable thing about this, is interacting with the rest of the world, is being able to chat to people all over the world and have this kind of interaction, which is somewhat different to just having 6 or 8, or nowadays it's even more. Nowadays even up to 12 people on the Land Rover. And also the possibility of seeing something totally unusual and unique. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, you mark. Go north a little bit. Straightforward. What does that mean? Absolutely parallel. A really bumpy road, full of grass, impossible to see tracks. However, the most possibilities that must be visible from there. Oh, that's enough birds. Lots of mouse birds. Oriole's calling. Gun there. Okay, copy. Oh, Goshawk's just gone down to catch something. don't think they've gone south. Don't know. There's a signal now. Well, it just seems I've been on those lion tracks 2 miles. It just happens to be a particular spot where there's a little bit of a dip in this road where we lose signal. They were walking up and down, and I went down onto another road that runs parallel, but there's only grass there. There's no way of telling if they went through there. So it didn't go down south, so they're sleeping in the bush somewhere just off of this road. Haven't been able to see them. If they're lying flat, they could be 10 feet off the road. We wouldn't see them if they don't lift their head. So no good sticking around in that area where there's virtually no signal. So we're heading back east give up on these lions. Nothing I can do. They'll move later. Maybe this afternoon they'll be in a different place. Tomorrow. But for now, that's all I can do. Looking for tracks. No, it doesn't come this far east. Yo. Morning, Debbie. Have I ever had a lion, leopard or elephant or something jump in front of me in the digger? What speed do we drive? And there in the States, better to hit a deer or an elk than to try and swerve for it. Well, the thing is, Debbie, we don't ever drive at speeds where an animal is going to jump in front of you. It doesn't really happen that way. I mean, we are slower than average jogging speed. I mean, sometimes the speedometer doesn't work, but having done game drives all my life, sometimes going so slow that the speedometer doesn't even register. It's literally walking or jogging pace. Second gear. Hardly ever get out of second gear. The animals hear the vehicles. It doesn't happen that they jump in front of vehicles here. Certainly are animals that cross the road and they become so used to the vehicles, especially in Kruger, that the vehicles actually have to stop for them, because it's not that they jump in front of the road car, it's just that they believe they have right of way. They've always had right of way, so the cars all have to stop for animals crossing the road. So I guess the answer is no. I haven't really ever had any animals jump in front of the vehicle unexpectedly. I have come around the corner to find an animal in the road. But like you're traveling at 5-8 miles an hour. Yeah, we drive so slowly, do better to swerve for an animal. Yeah, well. No can do, I'm afraid. Sorry, Kevin. No can do. Yep. Morning, David. Sorry, who was that? Aaron? James. Sorry, James. Was I able to collect that eagle owl pellet after we went off air? No, unfortunately, James, it was getting pretty dark. It was quite way off the road, and no, I didn't go and find it. Like to, but unfortunately I can't do those kind of things here. I'm not really supposed to be walking off the road. Nothing to do with qualifications or anything. It's just got to do with the fact that the rules are here that when you're out of a vehicle you're supposed to carry a rifle, insurance and all sorts of other purposes. Have a rifle and have a gun. Don't really believe in guns. airball. Morning. Good in here. Hi everyone. Sorry, Aaron, I had a vehicle passing me, so I didn't get there. Alan in California. Morning, Alan. Alan wants to know, what is a Gunda compared to other vehicles? Well, it's just a nickname, Alan. It's a nickname for the other vehicle that we used to drive at Juma. It's a vehicle that's actually up at the Gotham Meerkat project now. It was the other Land Rover, the other camera vehicle that we had at Juma, the long wheelbase Land Rover, known as a TDI 110. Land Rover 110 TDI, which means turbo diesel injection. It was a diesel engine with turbo fuel injection. Normal Land Rover Defender 110. With the 110, as opposed to this one being a 90, those numbers refer to the wheelbase. This is a 90-inch wheelbase. The 110 is a 110-inch wheelbase. You also get a 130. What on earth is that vehicle doing? Oh, they're fixing roads finally. There's a front end loader busy on the Mungwa Road where all that erosion is. So finally they're fixing roads. So by the time we end up our live drives, all the roads will be fixed. Too late, she cried. Little too late. So we're not going down Mungwa Road. Now the Gunda was called the Gunda because the reason stock are making more of a mess of those content unique graders. Really. We'll put up later. But the squeak starting again, the prop shop. I have to get underneath it. Maybe take the prop shaft off and send it in for a new universal. Quite frustrating and quite painful and quite irritating. It's also frustrating that I don't have a work. I don't have any means to put it up underneath it. Really jack and getting underneath it on the jack. That jack that slips off of that jack so easily on a concrete floor. You can't do it anywhere else. Otherwise I've got to take it up to the lodge and put it on the pit, but I can't put it up on the jack when it's on a pit, and I have to have it up on the jack to get the wheels free to see what's wrong. Story of my life. Now, the same way that this vehicle is nicknamed Jigger. Jigger means turn. And when you say you're going for a game drive, you say you're going to jigger. You're just going to turn and turn in the bush. Just like a colloquial term. So this one was named the Jigger. The Gunda was called the Gunda because we were trying to think of the name for the vehicle. I initially said Gunda. The Shanghai, or the local equivalent, not only Shanghai, but the colloquial term for a tractor is Gunda. And because that was a diesel Land Rover, it made a lot more noise. We nicknamed it the Gunda because it sounds like a tractor. Because it was. It's like that diesel was quite loud sometimes, especially with the microphone. There was a long wheelbase, another 110 before the Jigger. It was called the Tank. because it didn't have power steering. It was a kind of a crossover between the 3 and the first Land Rover 110s that came out, and they didn't have power steering. They still had the old link steering that the series Land Rovers had, and just like my Land Rover, without power steering, it is quite a mission to turn. So it was called the Tank. And then there was a little old 88 Series 2, 88-inch wheelbase Series 2 Land Rover that was called Bubaloo. I don't think it was ever used as a camera vehicle. It was used as a bit of runaround vehicle. I got that. Swapped it for a game drive vehicle for my home, which is now based at my other Land Rover, now based at Kampula. I might take my Land Rover there this weekend and bring that other vehicle back here. My Land Rover's engine is playing up. I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't fix it. Yes, Aaron. Change the subject. Oh, I haven't heard from Terry in a while. Hello Terry, nice to hear from you. Haven't heard from you for a while. Terry enjoys the drive. I need to know the longest snake that I've seen. The longest snouted cobra I've seen must have been about 9 or 10 feet. The longest mamba I've seen is probably about 9 or 10 feet. The longest python I've seen is probably about 12, maybe 12 feet. I remember catching a snouted cobra, what was, in those days we still called them Egyptian cobras. It's a subspecies, so it's called a snouted cobra. I remember catching it in my house when I was running a small camp in the Thornybush 20 years ago. And another one female came up this way. And male leopard went that way. These guys were following up on them. They couldn't find anything. Oh well. And then Terry was asking, do I have elephants that come and visit me at home? I'm assuming home, Timavadi, home where I live, not here. I haven't had any elephants. Well, no, I lie. We have had elephants come and visit us here in camp. But yes, at home I have particular elephants that come around from time to time. Some that recognize me, some that I recognize that don't recognize me. Hang on a sec. Okay, go ahead, Aaron. Funny, that mouse effect's gone. Morning, Sage. Sage in Hawaii. Aloha, Sage. Nice to hear from you again. Sage saying he's learning a lot about African wildlife from the drive. I'm glad you're enjoying. Glad to have you with us. Sage is asking about caracal and serval. Yes, Sage, we do get caracal and serval here, but I don't know when the last time they were seen, especially with these grasses. To see caracal and serval with these, it's hard, we can't hardly see leopard and lion in these grasses, so caracal and serval will be virtually impossible. But it doesn't mean to say we're not going to come around the corner and have one in the street, in the road. Quite possible. No sign of elephants, no sign of elephants. Shepherd. Sage is a Marine, U.S. Marine Corps. I was a Marine, South African Marine Corps. A little while ago. I don't know. Maybe before Sage was even born. I don't know, I'm being presumptive there. Sage might be. Back to Nyaleti Road, back to, the eastern boundary fence to see what's maybe come across this road. Then we'll go back west. And then we'll go back south. I'm at a loss, folks, because I couldn't find those lions. They were somewhere there where I was looking and we didn't have signal. There have been 3 vehicles, which means 6 people looking for those leopards. They couldn't find them. Elephant haven't come back further south. Have to find the giraffe or a zebra or something nice. And the cloud is all burnt away. It's going to be a lovely day. I'm convinced these leopards don't like the vehicles because there are always fresh tracks on the road, and then as soon as vehicles start driving around, the cats disappear. They just like walk off the road, lie down and hide in the grass. I just think there may be too many vehicles driving around Thornybush. You always hear of finding leopards in the middle of the day when they're doing transfers or coming in from the gate or like these animals know. Game drive time, let's go and hide away. There's something interesting, but I don't know if we'll get to see it because it's deep in. But there's two hornbills breaking into a termite mound, eating termites. There's one. I'm not going to see that today, I don't think. Try and stop and listen for a little bit. They've stopped now that we're watching them. Interesting that termites are actually working so close to the surface in this time of the year. If you think about it, we must witness one every 10 or 15 kills, or not even. These leopards killing every 2-3 days, and yet in 2 months we've seen them on one kill. Duma, we saw nearly every kill of those leopards. Lion as well, and they've got to eat every day, every couple of days. There's no frequency to it. There's no, every 2 days or every 3 days, but certainly a couple of times a week they've got to eat 3 lionesses and 4 cubs. And if they get them on a kill once a week, it's a lot. So these cats have an incredible way of eluding, evading, avoiding. Most of the cloud was burnt away down in the southeast. Now looking northwest, there's still a bit more cloud to have to burn away. They found the 2 male lions That Dingon Dam. I thought they might be there. I said we should go there, but we don't get signal. Oh well. Excuse me, Hornbill. Go ahead, Aaron. Hoorah! Face. Hoorah! So, yesterday it was a little bit before your time when I was a Marine. Have that call. Marine. Hoorah. Oh! Sorry. Hole in the ground. Yeah. I don't even know where to go now. I guess not going anywhere. Just broke the antenna because I wasn't watching. Broke the cable tie, not the antenna. Female line. Dingon Dam. Very, very dense bush. I can hardly see those females. So we would have been fighting for signal and fighting to get a view of them. And hopefully they'll move. If they're at Dingon's Dam now, maybe they'll get to Longwan Dam sometime soon. Okay. We're done. Yep. A new name. Dory wants to to know if elephants can swim. Where's Dory from? It's a new name. Can elephants swim? Yes, they can indeed. They do, like a doggy paddle. Tennessee. T for Texas. T for Tennessee. Who was that? That was Little Feet, I think. Give me a T for Texas. Give me a T for Tennessee. Elephants do swim. They're positively buoyant, so when they're crossing water that is too deep for them to walk in, they do swim. As opposed to hippos, who don't swim. Hippo are negatively buoyant, and they have to run along the bottom and jump up for air. Elephant will swim almost completely submerged, their trunks, just the top of their heads and their trunks sticking out like snorkels. And usually the calves, the very small calves, probably hold on to mom's tail, or they're normally just behind mom, being pulled along in her wake, pushed by a sister or something. But even very, very young ellies can swim. It's amazing to see that. Used to see it a lot in Sulu and in the Okavango. Used to see that a lot. But then they also play in the water. You know, they swim for fun too. Not only when they're crossing deep water, when they have to swim, but often you'll find, and we've had some really amazing times with them in the past and other cameras, elephant going into the dams and actually having an absolute ball swimming and diving under. Hello, Nyala bull. Swimming, diving, jumping on each other. Not the greatest picture of a Nyala bull, but at least there's an animal to see. Yes, why don't you just go behind all the trees, Mr. Nyala? Yo. Hello, Donna. The grass seems a lot longer than it Juma. Is that because there are not enough grazers, or is it because it's an unpalatable grass? It's a little bit of both. Here's some Nyala, more Nyala, family of Nyala, hiding in the long grasses. We can see some of them. I'm sure though that the grasses at Juma in some places are pretty long this year. We've had good, that's all got to do with seasons. We've had 2 very good summers, so I'm pretty sure that right now in Juma the grasses are also pretty long in some places. Two little boys. Three little boys. Different ages, different sized horns. By Nyala. And yes, part of it is that some of these grasses are unpalatable, and part of it is that it's not attractive to grazers because it's so long, because most of the grazers are medium and short grass grazers, and it needs the buffalo to come through and open it up. Some places like here, you get special types of grasses around the termite mound, so you always get short grazed grass around the termite mound. But I think it's also the quantity of grazers. It's kind of a catch-22. There are grazers to come and eat these grasses, but they won't come here because they're too long. We need the elephant and buffalo to come through here and open it up a little bit. Or, conversely, it would be nice to maybe see what a fire would do in terms of opening up some of these areas, getting rid of some of the thicker vegetation. Look, see if I can find a flower for the ladies. Let me put it here. I can pick this flower because it's an alien. Ooh. Wish I had that problem. The red zinnia. Zinnias are not indigenous. Zinnias are a pest here. So I'm actually helping the environment by picking it, and then it can't produce seed. I'll pick every zinnia that I could find if I could. I don't pick too many indigenous flowers unless they're cute, like on a wattle when it's in full bloom or something. Often when a tree's in full bloom you can sometimes find flowers on the ground. The river, and we'll go and find our wildebeest and zebra. Maybe the giraffe a bit. We've seen that bachelor herd of giraffe around again. Maybe we'll see them sparring. Thank you. In the nose. So we'll have a look at Albedo Pan. Something at Albedo Pan. What happens if you have it dragged down? Yibbo! Hello, Jewel. Morning, Jewel in Illinois. I have no idea what you're talking about. Please let us check. Jewel is asking about, but that's the same track that I up on. Missed these cats yesterday. Guys are walking around them. leopard was here yesterday. We haven't been down here for a few days actually. boy. I think I've sense of humor this morning. The jig, everything, completely lost. Good morning, Roger. Let me this question down. Squeaking that's going to drive. Put me in a straight jacket with it. Morning, Roger. Roger's went. Why that flower's an alien flower and why is it bad? Roger, it is from South America. It is what we call an alien. In other words, it doesn't belong in Africa. They are an aggressive invading species. They're places where they favor disturbed soils. So essentially, they take over areas where there should be grasses for grazing. It's an alien. It's not an indigenous species. It's bad because it doesn't belong here, and it becomes an aggressive invading species. I've got 6. I need to get rid of a few of them. Been a rather of a dud morning, I'm afraid. The longer it has gone on this morning, the more frustrated I've been getting, because while I know that a lot of you really enjoy the drives, and even though we're not seeing animals, it's nice to actually chat to you and get questions. It doesn't help me when the questions are dry up and there's nothing to talk about. I can't talk. There's only so much I can talk about trees. I can't even find you an ant to talk about an ant. There are no insects at this time of the year, or very, very few. There are no flowers at this time of the year. So I'm afraid sometimes I can just get a little bit despondent with the fact that there's just nothing out there. And today is one of those mornings. I'm going to put my head in a bucket of ice and we'll be better this afternoon. If we come out, I've got to do something about this vehicle. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but by hook or by crook I'm going to do it. And if I have to take the front prop shaft off, then I don't think we're going to be driving, because it's going to take 2 days to fix. But we'll let you know through Facebook. We'll be out on drive at 3 this afternoon. But I can't carry on driving this vehicle with this noise, and there's clearly something wrong with that prop shaft. It's making a noise. Quite possible the universal joint that has to be replaced. I don't have the tools to replace it. I only have the tools to take the prop shaft off. So I guess you know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Getting myself full of oil and grease. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the questions that did come through this morning. And hopefully we will have better luck. Combination of weather and signal, and the fact that the animals are just out of our signal range. I mean, it's uncanny. It is so uncanny, unbelievable. Those 2 male lions are literally 10 meters north of our signal range. The pride of lion probably a good few 100 meters north of our signal range. The leopard avoiding everybody this morning. Every single vehicle out there, they like me when I don't have elephants. That's what I am now. I'm currently in the States because I haven't seen elephants for 2 weeks or more. But the guys and their guests, well, I'm sure it's because of their guests, the guys are seriously crying for leopard. But that is because the lodges market their lodges as come and see leopard, and then the guests come and they haven't seen leopard for a few days now. So they're guests that are obviously